when you're accountable and you have to admit that you're wrong or you have to say, I'm sorry, a lot of the times that means you messed up. That means you're bad. That now maybe you're undesirable. And that starts triggering and letting go. Remember, a lot of women get into running from accountability because they're actually protecting themselves from the truth, which is wild.
Yeah, because women have a thing with shame. But continue.
So that's exactly right. So if you are more connected to the thoughts of this person that they're having about you instead of what's actually happening, oh, I forgot to put the milk back in the fridge. You're right. Dang, baby, I'm sorry. What it should go no more further, but what does it turn into? Well, the house was cold enough that I couldn't get out of the bed because it was too cold because you put the air on 55. So how am I going to get out of the warm bed at night when I didn't know that I left the milk out? Who would have? It doesn't matter. Just you left the milk out on the counter. Just own it. So I think that it comes to, instead of wronging yourself, guilting yourself, shaming yourself, and fearful about what will happen if you're wrong or that you say, I'm sorry, get connected to what happened right now.
Yeah.
The truth is, you left the milk out. What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of It's Giving. I am your host, Sarah Fontenot, and if you have not yet, please hit that button below so you can get subscribed. Hit that little bell so you get a notification with each new piece of content. And let me tell you, every week we are doing our best to bring our best, and today will be no different. We are going to get to some of these questions today, but before we do that, we've got marketing master, okay? We've got ideation creator. We've got collaboration master over here. Shot by Anissa on the mic. What's up, baby girl?
What's up, Sarah?
How you feel?
I just love how you be introducing me. I just feel so honored to be on the show.
It's an us thing.
It's definitely an us thing.
We both here. We just making it do what it do.
For sure.
Period.
We here.
And we got producer, creative director of the year on the switchboard. What's up? Who is Kitty V?
What's up, givers? Another beautiful giving day. Let's go.
It's a beautiful day to be a given day. Ooh. Okay, so I was having a whole wicked moment in my life, but I'm ready to snap into real life and like get it together. So, without further ado, Anissa.
Yes, ma'am.
Hit me with a question.
We have so many.
I love so many.
All right, let's go on to them now.
Oh, let me send this. You can still be with the wizard. What you wanted.
Ooh, I like this question. This comes from our girl, Tay. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hi.
I love this question because her surface is you.
Okay.
And you're very selfless and you really talk about yourself. So we're going to dive into a little bit of Sarah today.
Oh.
Just a tad. Just by a little bit.
Oh, spicy.
What is one thing you have loved most about the journey you are currently on?
I love that I haven't lost me.
Expand.
On the journey. I feel like I know a lot of really well-known people, and not only do I know them, they know me. I get checked on by some really incredible people, and that would be enough for my head to be really big and for me to gloat and tell the whole world and post screenshots and pictures, and that's just not me, you know? So I just love that I'm in integrity. I haven't lost that. I haven't had to tamper with it because I saw this post on Instagram and it said something along the lines of, if it costs you your integrity, like God wouldn't give you anything that costs you your integrity. And God hasn't given me anything. Now the opponents tried it.
For sure. 1,000%.
But I stick more on the God side. So that's what I love most. And thank you, Tay, for that question.
I love that question. It really is suiting for our It's Giving host.
Yeah. What's up, Ty?
Next question.
What's up, Mike? Okay, sorry. I'm ready. I'm here.
Do women understand how hard it is to be a man? Do they truly understand that everything is on us?
Ooh, I think a good woman does, but I think most women don't have a clue the level of responsibility that comes with being a man, especially being a black man, to be honest. But let's just grapple it all into just one gender of man and not include race. I think that a man that desires to provide oftentimes never gets to take a deep sigh and just release.
Say that one more time.
A man that desires to provide, that is providing for his household mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, energetically, oftentimes, now, although I do feel like men have a completely different capacity from women, I don't think that we see, because it's not necessarily tangible. It's almost like an entitlement to like, oh, well, you're supposed to pay the bills. Oh, well, you're supposed to pay for our kids to go to private school. Oh, well, you're supposed to buy me this car. Oh, you're supposed to put gas in my car. It's like parenthood, right? It's very thankless. And sometimes being a man can be very thankless. And so I think that it's really important for women, especially good women, to be mindful to acknowledge that man for all the things that he does, big and little, because the world will beat him down and they need a safe space.
So, scenario. Well, not necessarily a scenario. This is more of a pivot question. When it comes down to men and their emotions, and women who, and the women who they feel like cannot take care of or cater to their emotions or be able to honor them within their emotions. How can a man navigate that to be safe enough to be expressive within the feminine energy that he possesses to feel safe and vulnerable in his relationship with a woman?
Can you ask me that in a more direct way?
Like, okay, I guess it's not even for the men. I think, what do women need to do to make men feel safe within their vulnerability and their emotions?
I think women need to stop throwing things back in men's faces. I think one of the main reasons why men start to retract and feel like they can't just be open and honest, they can't just keep it a buck, is because women get offended, they throw it back in their face later, they try to guilt them, wrong them, or shame them for certain things. And it's really unfortunate because a man already has to be tough in the world by
Right.
nature.
Right.
So when he comes home, it should be a safe space.
Right.
And if he's not able to just have those conversations with you, like, hey, like, I'm struggling with the desires of my heart, or hey, I'm really exhausted from work. Although a man's probably not going to say that, nor is he probably going to share his emotions. But I think that it's a beautiful opportunity to find a woman and choose a woman and stick with a woman that allows you to be safe inside of your masculine and your feminine, because we all have both.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
So are you saying that a man should be able to let his hair down just as much as a woman should be able to let her hair down in a relationship?
What does let your hair down mean? Because
Like-
when I think about that, I think about drinking.
Okay, so what I mean by that is the sense of relief. Like, we have to feel safe in our relationships. And that's a sense, like, you and I, we're entrepreneurial women. We go out, we do, we achieve, we succeed, we accomplish, we make money, a lot of it, and then we go home, right?
Yeah.
And we're doing all of this in our masculine energy, right?
And then
But
when we come home, we're in our feminine.
We're in our feminine. We are letting our hair down, and we can, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. So I think
yeah.
I get it. So I think for me, what comes up for me is one of the most beautiful ways to be in an opportunity or be in a relationship. One of the most beautiful opportunities we have is to see if we can be who we really are in a relationship. You have to stop performing.
Wait, hold on. Because
So many relationships are performative, right? They're not based inside of alignment, inside of similar core values, inside of an aligned vision for what God is calling you to do in life. It's not the woman that's submitted to the vision that the husband has over both of them and them submitted unto another. It's, I bought you this car, let's put it on Instagram.
okay.
It's, we're out in public, let's make sure that we look dressed to the nines and we're smiling and we're hugging everyone. But then when we go home, you're sitting on that side of the couch and I'm on this side of the couch. It's performative.
So because I know that the words that you're putting together in the order that you're putting together, they have meaning. And I understand the sequence of how you're saying it. But what do you mean by having an alignment between two people who want to pursue a relationship with each other? What do you mean by that? Are you saying that relationships flourish when both people have similar desires, goals, and purposes in life?
Absolutely. It goes back to being equally yoked, right? So equally yoked, when they say that, they're talking about oxen, placing that thing around each ox's neck and positioning them in a way where there is one that might be stronger. So
Right.
it might exhaust the other one, and the one being that's exhausted might exhaust the stronger one. So now you're not getting the harvest because you're not doing what you need. You're not yoking them up correctly, right? So what I mean by that is, you've got to be going in the right direction. Do you desire marriage? Oh, I desire marriage. Okay, well, that's really vague, right? So you start wide. And as the dating process, if you're dating with intention, you get smaller. Do you want children? I want children. Okay, great. Do you want to do philanthropic work? I do too. Yep. Okay, great. Do you want to live on a compound, or are you committed to the city life? Do you want to have multiple cars? Do you want our kids to be in private school? Do you have debt? Like, all of the real stuff over time starts to get to the nitty gritty. And then you get to say, okay, yeah,
The stars
you
are
have the
aligning.
characteristics that I like as a person. You make me feel nurtured, loved, seen, heard, acknowledged, respected, appreciated. Those things are important to me. I need safety, security, respect. Great. Those things are important to me. You're giving me those. Great. Let's do it. And then you navigate life, because life is going to life regardless. But if you're with a person that's a runner and the other person's a quitter, that'll never work.
Right.
Or if you're with a person that's a runner and a chaser, that's toxic. Or if you're with a person that's, it's like an empath and a narcissist. Oftentimes they attract one another. So I think that it's really important for us to be mindful of, number one, who are we? What do we need? So that we're able to say and choose powerfully, okay, yes, you are what I need.
I love that. I love that answer.
Thanks. What's next?
I'm about to go to it right now.
Okay. That was a laugh. Like, ooh.
What are your thoughts on polygamy? Do you believe that polygamy could potentially help the Black community, and why not?
What do I think about polygamy? I think polygamy is polygamy.
Let's find what's the difference between polyamory and polygamy? Those are two different things.
Google. I think I know the answer, but let's just read it. Polygamy definition. Polygamy, the practice or custom of having more than one wife or husband at the same time.
Say that one more time. Polygamy is what?
Having more than one wife or husband at the same time.
And polyamory is
Polyamory definition. The practice of engaging in multiple romantic and typically sexual relationships with the consent of all the people involved. Okay, so polyamory, you don't get married.
polygamy,
Polygamy,
you're married.
So polygamy, there's more women than there are men.
I was just about to say that.
So I can understand that for some. Now, would I do that? I feel like my ego's too big, if I'm completely honest. I'm not that healed. Like,
do you have to be healed to be polygamous?
I do. Because I would want her to know she's not number one.
Sarah.
This is truth. And like my ego.
If you just absolutely, scenario.
Yeah.
You're in a relationship with the love of your life.
Okay.
He's into poly. He's poly.
There's no way I'd be in a relationship with a man.
Scenario. Just.
I would know that before I'm in a relationship.
Okay.
So that's null
Sarah
and void.
is so big on being in integrity with herself and with her decisions. She can't even break her mind away from it for a second.
No, I can't.
So
you want me to be somebody else? Okay, great. Ask the question.
Okay. Let me change it. Scenario. Mm-hmm. You're in a committed, exclusive relationship with the love of your life.
Okay.
Let's say it's 10 years in.
Oh.
10 years in.
Fair.
And he comes to you and he's like, baby, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're an amazing woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that you fulfill things in me that I didn't believe could be fulfilled.
Oh, this is a disclaimer. Okay, hit me with the hard stuff.
However, I really feel like I am getting to have desires and be interested in of being polyamorous in our relationship. And I would love to know how you feel, because you are my queen.
Yeah.
And I love you. And this is not because I feel like you're lacking in anything. This is a me thing.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, what I would say is that the first thing that comes up for me is I'm glad you said polyamorous relationship and not polygamy, because there can't be another wife, especially not here in America. You can
Yeah,
only
you
be
can't
married
be
to one
married twice.
person.
Yeah.
So there's that. But number two, if you just wanted to sexually experience somebody else, I'm open to having that conversation.
Really?
I think so. In 10 years, I might be sick of you too. In 10 years, I might need some variety. I don't know. To be like, all jokes aside, I don't know. I can't speak on 10 years. I've never been in a relationship for 10 years in my life. I do know that, I would do my best to try to understand his understanding and see what it is that he needs. And if there were different ways that maybe we could address that together, like, do we need to get spicier? You know how many wigs I have? Do you know how many different hairstyles
I can be a different
got?
person every day.
Well, you need me to change names? Like, I probably would have very real questions.
Change
But I
names.
just
Wait a minute.
honestly, I do not feel like men having sex with other women means that he loves me less. And I would be grateful that he wouldn't want to be deceitful and go behind my back and have the conversation. So I would definitely allow him to feel safe in the conversation. But would I go for it? I don't know.
I was just about to ask you. I was just like, wait a minute. You'll be cool in an open relationship?
Oh, whoa, hold on. Open is completely different.
How is being poly and being open two different things?
Open is you just out here smashing and they
No.
smashing. You open.
No.
Polyamory means you are in a relationship.
Not all the. No.
That's what the
No.
definition
I'm
just
saying with
said.
the openness. What I'm saying is openness means I'm in a relationship and we're like, hey, we have an agreement. We're keeping this open. We're not exclusive. Like, we're in this.
We're not exclusive. Yeah, see, that's not open. That's
But
open.
so hold on, I'm saying, but
can be
everything,
open and
but
exclusive at the
everything is
same
ran
time.
by you. We talk about it. It's an open conversation. There's open dialogue about it. No, there's no strangers or no surprises or no secrets. Like, there's boundaries, openness, transparency throughout the whole thing. Like, what's the difference in polyamory and openness? If you think about it,
The difference is one says relationship, which implies there's rules to the engagement, right? Like, there's rules to the game.
There would be rules in an open relationship.
There's no, I'm open. If someone says, what do you want to eat? I'm open. If somebody says, where do you want to go?
That's not
I'm
the
open.
same. You're comparing food to sex.
If somebody says, hey, you want to try something new? I'm open. You're open.
That's
open.
not the same.
It's giving open.
It's
giving spread eagle. That's what it's giving, okay? I'm complete.
Spread open is crazy.
I'm just saying.
Spread open, like spread eagle is crazy.
I'm just saying. I honestly, I can't speak on a 10-year relationship. I've never had one, but I can understand the desire to want to try something new, maybe.
How long was your longest relationship?
3 years. I've had multiple of those. I'm always in a relationship.
Lord Jesus.
Okay, back to you.
Okay. Is the working man
Oh, God.
being desirable a thing of the past? Some reason people think high earning and high value means they're not hard working.
Define working.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you mean by that?
Like, is there a number? Like, because, like, they're all working.
Like, let's say
men.
blue collar men.
What is blue collar?
Mechanics, forklift drivers, truck drivers.
What's the average income of that?
It could be like there's truck drivers who make over $100,000, $250,000 a year. Like, it just depends. It varies. Like, there's not a set salary for that.
This is what I'm gonna say.
Oh Lord,
Where are we at? Men.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna tell you the truth that someone may not be telling you. Same way I tell women the truth, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Women naturally are seeking safety and security. Do you have to make $1 million to get a good woman? Absolutely not. However, oftentimes women that look a certain way are probably developed in a certain way mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, and energetically won't choose you back if you are not working on all of those things as well. So it's just the way that the world rolls. I don't think that working men are of the past. I honestly, even the men, the multimillionaire,
Yeah, they're working.
billionaires,
They're some of the hard workers.
they work. They work a lot. I think there's definitely, but like, what are you getting back? Like, what is the work equating to? What's it all for? That's my question. Oh, Mike said, let's say 70,000 to 120,000. I think that that's great for a lot of women.
Yeah.
I really do. I think that that's, and I think a lot of those women that choose those men will probably have some type of job bringing in somewhere between 40 to 60. And together, that's almost $200,000 a year. $200,000 a year is about $15,000 $17,000 a month. After taxes, you're going to bring home about $11,000. It's a decent life.
I love your face when you said it's a decent.
It is. It's a decent life because the majority of people aren't doing that. For me, it's harder because,
Right.
but I think that there are a lot of women that do desire that and just want a man that's solid,
Yeah.
that has character, that has compassion, that has leadership, that has an understanding, that has a loving and nurturing body. Like there's nothing worse than coming home. This isn't my experience, but could you imagine coming home, your man coming home from work and being like, all right, baby, let's get to it.
Get to
Take
what?
off your pants.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't warm me up not once today. You didn't say I loved you this morning. You didn't rub my back. You didn't kiss on me. You didn't romance me at all. And you expect to just come. Yeah. So men that are willing to put in the effort and do the work, I think they have they are not of the past. I don't believe.
I love that.
Yeah.
I have a great question and I lost it.
Okay.
Oh, but boom. Here it is. This is a good question. This is a great question.
I love great questions.
What is the best way for women to take accountability without them feeling like it's being forced on them, as if it was their own idea?
Is this a man asking that question?
It is.
I think the best way to have a woman take accountability is she's got to know she needs it. I think a woman has to be willing to evolve. She has to be willing to grow, and she has to be willing to say, I'm wrong. What's the first thing I said to you? When I had the last time that I can recall that I had a moment where I got upset, right? What was the first thing I said?
You said you messed up.
I was wrong.
You
I
were
was in the wrong.
And it was so much so I was shocked. Like I was like, what?
I knew before I even told you the story, it was me. I am the
Sarah
drama.
was the drama?
It was me.
Big
now,
time.
rarely does this happen. However, it happened, right? And so in that moment, I have a moment to say, dang, like it really is me. I am the drama. So the question is, why are people avoiding accountability? Well, oftentimes accountability comes with the fact that you're attaching yourself to a thought instead of what's actually happening.
Wait. Say that one more time. You said
So-
accountability comes from attaching yourself to a thought?
Yes, because now when you're accountable and you have to admit that you're wrong or you have to say, I'm sorry, a lot of the times that means you messed up. That means you're bad. That now maybe you're undesirable. And that starts triggering and letting go. Remember,
Okay.
a lot of women get into running from accountability because they're actually protecting themselves from the truth, which is wild.
Yeah, because women have a thing with shame. But continue.
Right. So that's exactly right. So
Right.
if you are more connected to the thoughts of this person that they're having about you instead of what's actually happening, oh, I forgot to put the milk back in the fridge. You're right. Dang, baby, I'm sorry. What it should go no more further, but what does it turn into? Well, the house was cold enough that I couldn't get out of the bed because it was too cold because you put the air on 55. So how am I going to get out of the warm bed at night when I didn't know that I left the milk out? Who would have? It doesn't matter. Just you left the milk out on the counter. Just own it. So I think that it comes to, instead of wronging yourself, guilting yourself, shaming yourself, and fearful about what will happen if you're wrong or that you say, I'm sorry, get connected to what happened right now.
Yeah.
The truth is, you left the milk out.
Yeah. I also believe that people don't prepare themselves to be content with the outcome of their accountability. Like they want to be accountable only if they get the result that they're looking for.
Right.
And I think that's where they get it wrong. You have to be accountable and be ready to accept whatever consequence that comes from that accountability. Y'all start fresh or the consequence is the consequence and you just have to eat it. And a lot of times people don't want to eat that.
And speaking of consequence, I do think that men, a lot of the times, you can't teach accountability. Like I guess this is for the men. Men, if she's not taking any accountability from the jump, don't wife that girl up. She's not going to start in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years from now. It's probably just going to get worse because you've enabled her to not be accountable.
Right.
Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
that's work that should be done before you get into a relationship. That's what I think.
I agree.
Someone said, do we use tone as an excuse to deflect accountability? Do we use tone as an excuse to deflect accountability? I don't know I don't understand your question, Maurice. But if I were to guess in what that's saying, do we use tone as an excuse to deflect accountability? Does that mean like sarcastic tone? Does that mean like a cooing tone? Like, I think I need clarity on what you're saying. I feel complete.
Okay, great.
We're moving a little slow, Anissa. Pick it up, baby
There's so
girl.
many questions. I just
Jeez
have to pick.
Louise.
It's so many. I'm
There's
sorry.
all these long gaps that I'm just sitting between
I'm sorry.
questions.
I'm sorry. It's not a question. It's a statement, and I want you to delve upon it because I know how you feel about it.
Okay.
Somebody said, "But women have sexual liberation too." That's what I wanted right there. That's what I wanted. That face right there.
That's all it says?
That's all it says. Say the thing, Fontenot.
That women have sexual liberation too?
Mm-hmm.
Sexual liberation is a scam.
Expound on that.
It is a scam that gets women to act out of what is truly natural. It is not natural for us to have multiple sexual partners. It's just not. It's not natural for us to be
But
ran
men do it all the
through.
time, Sarah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're different. It is a double standard.
Sarah,
it's a double standard.
Sarah, if the man can slay all the girls, then the women can slay all the boys.
No, we're not the same. And it's crazy that people even start to make that conversation. And it's crazy because when we had Waka Flocka on this podcast and he talked about how instead of saying, oh, you're a hoe, say expand and broaden your perspective on what it means to be a woman. And I'll tell you this, sexual liberation, you could be as free as you want to be. If that's what you want to do, go ahead, do you, boo. But it is really hard to outlive the title of being a hoe. You cannot be a hoe and think for 1 second, especially if that man is connected in the city, that any man that's also connected to that man that is also high value, high earning, and masculine would want to choose you. Because ultimately, deep down, I believe, and y'all let me know in these comments, but most men want to think that their girl is quote unquote a little virgin. She's a good girl until they're with him. Men don't want you to be able to imagine, oh, my friend Joe over there, my friend Jay over there, my friend Mark, and my friend Daquan, they all smashed my lady. I actually was having a conversation with somebody and he was saying he's been very private about who he's dating. And somebody was asking him, well, who is it? Are you ever just going to say? And he was like, nah, man, you'll find out when you find out. And the guy responded, man, it's so funny to me when dudes try to be all private with who they dating and then they come out after they have feelings for her and find out everybody's ran through her. Like, nobody wants that embarrassment. It is embarrassing. And so I'm saying for ladies, if you want a high value, high earning, masculine man, sexually liberate yourself. You better learn your bodies in new ways you never knew your body before. I don't know what it is that you got to do. Pray about it. Talk to God. Take up a hobby. Get some girlfriends. Go out. Drink some tea. Have more water. Less soda. No takeout. Get into becoming the best version of yourself. Focus on that so you can attract what it is that you really want. Because there is no way. I don't care what anybody says. And I hate when people say it. They be like, well, I would choose a woman. You can turn a hoe into a housewife.
No,
if you are outside of the entertainment industry and you are outside of sports, if you're outside of that, business owners, entrepreneurs, them, baby, it's not happening. You know, it's just I can't see it. It is a scam. Don't fall for the scam. Sexual liberation is a way for you to disqualify yourself from a lot of things that you actually want.
This is true.
I'm not going for it. I think it is a mistake.
This is true.
I don't know. What do you, Kenny? You're a man. Did I tell the truth?
You told the truth and nothing but the truth.
Facts? For real?
Nobody want to deal with that.
He said nobody wants to deal with that. For real?
Yeah, for real. Anybody trying to find out that your girl's a thotty back in the day and everybody ran through her and then you like, but I put a ring
On a thought.
Mistake.
But she changed her life, Kenny.
Don't matter.
But she's different now.
I have seen dudes cuff up a thotty. Not I. Not my personal friends, but I guarantee that she did not tell them, like Sarah said in the last episode, her hometown thottiness actions. They're very quiet about it. Very quiet about
So what you're saying is it's okay to be a hoe unless you could be a secret hoe.
It's okay to be.
It's better to be a secret hoe than be an out here hoe. But the worst part about it is most of these women are messy. They're clumsy with it because they want to be seen. See, that's another problem with wanting attention instead of respect. When you want attention, you're okay with that famous athlete walking you in the front door. Well, now everybody's seen you walk through the front door with that athlete. Everybody's assuming that you're smashing. And then the next week, you get walked in with this rapper. And then the week after that, you get like how many different people do you... I don't even want to be seen with people like that, to be completely honest. Mm-hmm. It's not a good look. It looks good. It looks terrible for you. It looks tacky and it looks loose.
Yeah. It's the thing that I'm currently teaching my daughter now. Like, I'm drilling that in her head, how important it is to value herself and her body. Like, and it's crazy because I believe I have to have a huge level of humility and tell her, don't be like me. Be better.
Damn.
No, dead ass.
What's up, guys? Sarah Fontenot here. I just had to pause this episode really quick to let you know, if you have not yet, click the link below for our ebook, okay? How to become a more feminine woman. People ask me these things. These are actionable 10 quick steps, intro to femininity, with a video that goes over some things in even more detail. So that's for you. Make sure to click that link below and get your ebook on how to increase your femininity. 10 really simple steps. Love you guys. Now let's get back to it. But I do think, okay, so this is another thing that I wanna bring up. Mm-hmm. Because most ladies use sex to get love, right? And men use love to get sex. And they're both fake. They're both not rooted in anything real. And I feel like a lot of women are becoming moms, single mothers, because of this. And that's why it all goes back to self. If you don't love yourself, you will constantly be seeking to fill a void with things that are outside of you. Mm-hmm. You've got to do you and God. That's it. That's the only thing that can heal that. The only thing. But I'm just saying. Somebody said, who gossips the most today, men or women? Men. Men. Men.
Nah.
Men.
Nah.
Girls are catty.
I was about to say, women are catty.
Will speculate. They will try to drag whatever. But gossip? Oh, men be lying. They be like, yeah, I smashed the old girl. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Never pulled a girl in your life. Over here talking about how you smashed that one. That's crazy to me. Men be lying. And they gossip.
All right, Sarah, this is going to be a funny question. Mm-hmm. Scenario. You have met the man of your dreams.
Oh.
Prince Charming.
Oh.
He's everything.
Oh.
He has the bank account.
Wow.
Man of God.
Come on.
Emotionally regulated.
Ooh.
Loves your parents.
Spicy.
He loves you.
It's giving.
He wants to marry you.
Oh.
He is your person.
I love that for me.
But he's 6 inches shorter than you.
Oh.
No, that ain't it.
Yo!
That means he's 5 feet tall.
Yo.
Like he's shorter than 5 feet.
You're not 5'6". He's 4'11". That means
I'm
he's
5'5"3/4.
He's 6 inches shorter than you. That means he's 4'11".
That's less than 5 feet
Yeah,
tall.
yeah. But he does.
Nah, B, you can't protect me.
Sarah, he cannot help.
Nah,
he
somebody
cannot
else
help
out
his
there.
height. Okay, this has to be addressed. No, this has to be addressed. He cannot help that he is his height.
He can't. And I can't help that I have no booty.
You have.
I can't.
Sarah,
I can't help that I got long, flat feet. I can't help that I have baby wrists and big hands. You know what else I can't help? A lot. There's a lot of stuff that I can't help. At the end of the day, though, I'm somebody's cup of tea. That's not my cup of tea. 4'11" 3/4. How are you going to protect me? How do you even get into how do you climb into the SUV?
He got the blicky in. He got the blicky in the sticky, Sarah.
Nah.
He got the blicky.
I couldn't.
His blicky is on the
And then
dresser.
if I put a high heel on, that's wild.
But his blicky is on the dresser.
I'm a foot taller than you.
It's on-
like this whole portion of me, like from my chest to the top of you come up to my chest. No, I could never. I can't.
6 feet just don't protect people either.
You know what? There's somebody for me that is tall.
No.
I could do flat-footed my height. I would have done that. I would have
So
been
you
open
could
to
date
that.
somebody your height.
Yeah. Even if I put a heel on and I'm taller, I'm okay with that. But 6 inches shorter than me,
But he does all of the things.
somebody else will too.
No,
Somebody else
Sarah, why are you willing to take that risk over something that a man
Because
cannot help?
patience
It's
is a
hereditary.
virtue. It's a patience thing. Look, I believe we could have it all. I have it all. Just might not look like what we thought. But 6 inches shorter than me, 4'11" and change is crazy. Now, if I was 6 feet tall and he was 6 inches shorter than me, I might be open to that.
Really?
If I was 6'5" and he was 6 inches shorter than me, I'd probably be open to that. But like, come on now, I'm not even 5'6".
So, okay, here's another scenario.
Okay.
Same scenario. Prince Charming, man of your dreams.
Okay.
Does all the things.
Got it.
He's 5 years younger than you, though.
I couldn't even imagine.
What do you mean, Sarah? Sarah, he literally, every box that you may think about all the, I want you to close your eyes. Imagine all of the boxes.
I can't even close my eyes and think about it.
Just imagine all of the boxes.
Now somebody's grown. I can't. Is there a rare possibility? Possibly. However,
let's say he literally the only thing is
his early 30s. Ew. No.
Sarah, I'm in my early 30s.
You're a
Kenny's in his
woman.
early 30s. What are you saying?
Yeah, no. But you see what Kenny's doing. I ain't gonna put Kenny out there. But if I was to put Kenny out there, I'd put Kenny out there. I could never.
Why? Explain to me why, though.
Young people don't know no better.
Sarah,
They be doing young people stuff. That's crazy.
Sarah, early 30s
First of all, I am
is
not 38. Okay, chill out.
Well, I'm just saying my
I ain't
age, but I'm
even
saying
37.
early 30s is not baby. I don't know what makes Sarah swears that me and Kenny are children. Like Sarah is only like 2 or 3 years older than us. Like you.
I will be 37 in July.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I couldn't see that for me. I couldn't. Now, if it happened, now this is the thing. Look, there's a lot of things I said I couldn't see for me that I'm doing now. So ultimately, if there is a unicorn or a platinum needle in a haystack, okay, run it. But unless you are a unicorn or a platinum needle in a haystack, nah, I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna stay single.
Next scenario.
Oh, okay,
I'm
I'm
using
ready.
all scenarios because this is all things that men deal with that they can't help, and women judge them for it.
Okay, I'm
So,
ready.
Same scenario.
Yeah.
Love of your life.
Perfect.
However, his thing ain't thinging the way it should thing.
Is it broken?
It's micro.
Oh.
Yo. Oh.
We gotta get some shirts and Sarah.
Oh.
I'm crying on this one.
Yo, I'm crying. But I need cause men can't help. These are all things that men cannot help. Let's do both scenarios. Let's say first scenario is micro.
Okay.
Next scenario it's broken. Because
What is the definition of micro?
okay, no. I'm
How
gonna tell
big
you.
is micro?
I'm gonna tell you because my ex-husband, you know, he suffers from multiple sclerosis, so erectile dysfunction is a thing.
But wait, what is the definition of micro?
Micro is exactly what it means, Sarah.
What, like in
micro.
inches. In inches.
It isn't inches. Micro.
It's not even 1 inch.
Dude, it says 0.75 inches. It's not even an inch.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my.
Wait.
0.75.
My bad. For newborns.
Not for newborns.
Yo.
Okay.
For adults, 3.6.
Oh, I can handle that.
Sarah.
It's like my ring finger.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Wait, Kenny, what'd you say the number was for adults?
3.67.
Sarah.
It's almost 4.
Sarah.
1, 2, 3.
That's not a
1, 2.
Sarah.
That's like this.
Sarah, no, it's not.
That's good.
No, it's not, Sarah. That's not that. That's not 3 inches.
It's 4.
That's way over. That's
4 inches.
no, it's not. Go a little lower.
3. Yeah.
That's
4.
Go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That's workable. It is. It is. I'm just saying that's fine. Now, if it's broken, that's another story. That's hard.
Would you date a man that has an extendo peen?
What's that?
Sarah.
It extends?
No.
What is that?
No. Oh, no. It's he got a stent in it so it could be big. Like he had enlargement surgery.
I love that for him. Yeah.
Wow.
What's wrong with that?
Wow.
I wear extensions. I wear lashes. I do all the things.
Wow.
How am I going to judge somebody?
Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody said that's not micro.
I'm just saying.
That's true. I don't know, Sarah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. She said that's doable. That's so
It
funny.
is.
Funny to me.
4 inches, that's doable.
Sarah.
That is. It's almost in your stomach.
Sarah, 4 inches is not even nowhere near touching somebody's stomach. That's insane.
Okay, almost. I said almost.
Not even almost.
I said almost.
Not even close. What are you talking about?
It's almost.
Sarah, stop giving these men in the comments hope. Like
I'm not giving anybody hope, okay? I'm not giving anyone hope. I'm just saying 4 is workable. Now, if you were to say like 2 or less, that's different because 2, that's rough. But 4? That's
it's the fact that you looking at it like it's just so big. You like this.
yeah, 4 is like you could work with that.
Fine. Okay. Let's move on. I feel content. Let's see.
I also don't feel like God would do that to me, but
what?
I just don't. Couldn't imagine that for my life. God hasn't done that to me.
But what if?
Nah.
Could you be in a relationship?
Okay, I'm complete. What's the question?
Could you be in a relationship and not be sexually fulfilled?
Ooh. Could I be? That's so... I just feel like no, because I would find a way to be sexually fulfilled. There's so many ways to sexually fulfill someone other than just the act of penetration. So we figure it out. I feel like sex and money are like the easiest thing. You just learn your person. You know?
But is it?
Sex and money. Look, if you got some movement, yes, you good. You got some good knees, yes, you good. It's not that hard. I don't feel like anyway. Anyway, I'm complete.
Okay, fine. This question is what is your view on women and having a prenuptial agreement in marriage, before marriage?
We just answered this question. I think prenups are great.
Do you feel like prenups can be in favor for the woman? Like, is it like, would you go into your marriage with your own prenup?
I would be open to it. I'm open because this is what I think. I think that men and women should protect themselves. Now, mind you, we've had this conversation. If you don't have nothing, what do you need a prenup for? You know, I think a lot of people are like, she's going to take half. Well, half of nothing is still nothing. So that to me is a little bit wild. However, I do feel like we as women should be protected with our time. So I do feel as though what's yours is yours before you and I got together. What's mine is mine before we got together. However, 1 to 3 years, and I've said this and I'll say it again, 1 to 3 years, wash it. Okay, cool. 3 to 5 years, this is what it's going to look like. 5 to 10 years, this is what it's going to look like. 10 to 15 years, and a scaled prenup where if I'm giving you my time that I can never get back, which for us, we are a depreciating asset because we can only have legacy children, but for so long, I'm doing air quotes for those of you that are hearing and not seeing, then that means that the lessons are beautiful, we're more wise, we got all of these things. However, ultimately, we didn't get to max out with our time. And for that, there needs to be a protection for that. Don't waste my time.
Okay. So how do you feel about prenups that are like for the woman? Like, hey, if you cheat on me, I get everything. Like,
I think look, if that's something that you feel in your heart, do it. If you are telling me you're only going to be faithful for me, I also really like the idea of like renewals. Like this is one thing that I have really taken on.
What do you mean by renewals?
Where I really feel like less relationships would end if you would take inventory while you're in it. But the problem is so many people take offense and build resentment and never communicate it that over time it just compounds and it's like, I'm done. And it's like the story of the compounding penny, right? So if you were to compound a penny for 30 days versus getting $1 million, which one would you choose? Well, if I gave you $1 million right now in a briefcase, handed it to you, or you could take a penny that doubles every day for 30 days, which one would you choose? Most people would choose the $1 million because it's right here and it's right now. Well, what happens is a penny that doubles every day for 30 days turns into $5 million in change. And it's because it's compounding, right? A lot of us don't understand where inside of our relationship, resentment is compounding. Dislike is compounding. Lacking communication is compounding. And so now you've got $5 million worth of hatred for your partner inside of your relationship that now you have to undo. Whereas if you would have just had the conversation when it happened, when you would have expressed how you felt, when time permits, obviously, when it happens so that you can get over what it is. Because a lot of times too, we're projecting our own insecurities. So now I feel how I feel because I feel how I feel. It actually has nothing to do with what you did. It's me thinking and creating a story around what you did. And that's the problem. So for me, I really think that when you are in a space of fixing the issue first, getting to your issues that don't compound, to do things like monthly check-in dates or even every other month where you go on a date and this is where you get to have the conversation with your partner. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. Is there any areas I can show up for you more powerfully? Is there anything that I'm doing? One of the things I ask all the time in a relationship is, do you feel loved? Do you feel appreciated? Do you feel seen? I ask that question all of the time because if the answer to any of it is no, please tell me. And what does that mean? And why do you feel that way? Help me understand. What can I do better? And this is where sometimes those conversations, they're not great conversations. Sometimes they can feel really hurtful, but being able to address the issue, okay, maybe you've been working too much, or maybe you've been neglecting me because you travel too much, or whatever the case could be inside of a relationship, you talk about it. And if that person is worth it, you make adjustments or you make excuses. And if they continue to make excuses, you leave the relationship. That's what I think.
Let me ask you, let me speak to the situations where there are men and women who are dealing with each other in an intimate setting, but they have, let's say one party's came to a realization that they may not be as ready as they thought they were.
Okay.
And let's say that they've made a decision that I'm going to take a step back, not because of anything you're doing. It's just that I overestimated my capacity to give you what you need. Right. However, they don't want
to let you go. Let me go. I don't want to be in purgatory. If you don't have the capacity, I think it's a beautiful and responsible decision to let me go because you don't have the capacity for me. But trying to hold on to me while you also are not able to fully commit in that way is selfish. I don't want that. And now that's going to create resentment. You'll resent me for holding on to me also because you don't have the capacity to keep me. And I'll resent you for sticking with someone that can't give me 100% of who they are and how they are. And that's not fair to either of us. So it's like, you catch me on the flip side. You know, if we're meant to be, then it'll be. And
But
if we're
what
not,
if I
then
don't want to see you touching on nobody, Sarah? I don't want to see the love of my life.
Then you should have had it
touching and
together.
kissing and loving on. And
You had your shot and you blew it. If slow feet don't eat, that's how I feel. I feel like if you know the kind of woman or man that you have in front of you and you are very interested in this person, but for whatever reason you're not ready for them, don't slow them up. If you have love for that person, love on them, send them prayers, whatever it may be, and either you get to step in or slow feet don't eat. If you miss out on your blessing, that's on you. And sometimes it be like that. One of the things I'm learning looking at houses, don't fall in love with the house.
why?
I'm like, damn.
Why?
Because sometimes it just doesn't happen. The house that you love is not the house that you get. It
Okay.
is what it is. You know? Sometimes the person you love is not the person you get. You gotta fall in love with you, get to work on you, and go from there.
I love that. Somebody in the comments asked, is respect and responsibility acts of love in a relationship?
Absolutely.
I feel like it's an act. I feel like that shit is a given. Like that's basic. That's like a baseline of
Relationship.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
somebody asked. Somebody said women are helpmates. Get your feelings out of a strong relationships. Feel better when you hit 90. I don't know what they're trying to say. I thought that was a question. My bad.
Okay.
Let's see.
Back to questions?
Yes, we're back to
From the
questions.
givers?
Yes.
Okay.
There was a good one, and then we can move on. What's our time at, Kenny? 10, and we can go on to reaction videos after.
I need that phone up there
Oh, okay.
if we're going to do videos. But go ahead.
Okay. How do you deal with a woman who constantly ruminates in her past?
You don't. You
Explain.
can't. Because
Well, how would you overcome a person who ruminates on past experiences?
let them go. Let that person do them.
What is it? What do you? Okay. What is your definition and your perspective on ruminating on past experiences?
If you're ruminating on past experiences,
That's the word.
It's like a simmer, right? You're not a boil. You're not cold. You're simmering. You're right in the middle. And if you're simmering, it never really gets done. You'll keep it warm. So if you have thoughts in the sense where you are constantly thinking of your past, you are constantly thinking of whatever it is that you could possibly be thinking of, that's great for you. And also, you've got work to do. Because if you're constantly, remember, in life, we don't attract what we think the most about. We attract what we feel strongest about. And most of us are focused on feeling about our lack. Oh, I don't want a man that this. Or they're thinking about, oh my God, I hate this job. Or thinking about these bad little kids. They're constantly, passionately feeling most strongly about the negative things that are happening in their life. So if you are ruminating in your past, if you are stuck in your past, thinking about all of the things that used to happen, you're attracting more of your past into your future. You don't have a future. Look at your past. That's what you have. That's all you have. You have a cycle of negative experiences. And if that's where you're stuck, stay there. Right over there. Leave me alone. That's what I would say.
Heard. I love these. I feel complete on that.
Okay.
All right, darling. That was a great catch and a throw. Look at you.
Ooh, bet y'all didn't know I was athletic. What? How do you stay patient for the one? That's such a good question. Can trauma bonding rub off on a relationship? Yes. How can you deal with it? These are some great questions. So what do I do? A question or do I do the video?
Do we have time to do both?
Let's do a question in the video.
Yeah. Let's do
Okay.
that last question in the video, and we good.
Hey, okay, so let's do or financially delinquent. I don't know the first part of that question. Change happens when pain remaining. Okay. How do you stay patient when finding the one? Man, I feel like being patient is so easy when you love your own company. I feel like if you are not caught up in your thoughts, if you are not caught up in the biases and the judgments of society and the ideals of how we're supposed to be, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, It's so easy to be single. In fact, it's fun being single. You get to be in your feminine, pardon me. And I also think that when you make money being a single woman, because money does make you more feminine, because you're operating from want versus need, when you do get to do these things, it's like only if they add value to your life. Like your space in my life has to be better than the piece that I already have. If you don't bring that level or higher, I don't want it because I actually feel really good where I'm at right now. So that's my answer to that question. I think that if you are, pardon me, really doing the work to love yourself,
Right.
and really pour into yourself, then it's easier being patient. All right, we ready for a video?
Yep.
Here we go. This didn't load nothing. That went to my real page.
How can I become a better wife?
You become a better wife.
Yeah.
So believe in yourself more.
Oh,
You're so talented. And you're so gifted. I want you to be more encouraged in what the Lord is giving you. Really. That's it. Not about me. If you're great with me, great with the kids, I want you to do more for yourself.
oh,
Oh,
wow.
I love you.
I love you
Is
too.
that the end of the segment?
Yeah.
Give me a kiss. I love you.
That's great. I just think that was great. It was honest. I could go to the next video. That was direct. Oh, this one says unavailable. It's been removed.
Oh man, that sucks.
Okay, let's see this one.
Shahida, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
What made me pop my balloon was the styling of the outfit. It is the shoes, but I feel like you can, but it's not even like the shoes are bad with the denim. I think maybe a different top, in my opinion.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
I'm also not necessarily feeling her, the way she put it together.
Okay.
Especially the top. It's not, the green is not connecting with the bottom part. I'm not really feeling it, but she seems cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baby. First of all, I know she didn't have no nerve talking about somebody's outfit with a corset where you could almost see her nipples, with a shirt over it, bell-bottom pants that were not even finished. I think she made them. Or somebody made them in their house and didn't finish them. Anyway, I say that to say, and he had on like a nice flannel over top of a t-shirt with black jeans, and then he had on like
Yeah, I
loafers.
put that in there because I feel like a lot of these clips, women, like those women who go on those shows, they just pop balloons because, oh, you have a piece of ash on your ankle and that means that you are not a good partner. You're horrible for me,
child.
and all of these things. And I just think that's the one that I think that's some of the most shallow perspective to have. Like, what's the purpose of going on the show if you just gonna pop somebody balloons because the blues didn't match on his blue jeans and his shirt? That's just crazy.
Yeah, I think that it's just showing what a shallow world a lot of today has to offer, and that ultimately you just want to make sure that you're not that person. Also, ladies, when you see this video, maybe try dressing a little more conservatively. Now, I love a sexy number, don't get me wrong, but like nipples almost being out is wild. That's wild to me. And I'm a cleavage person.
You are.
That's like my go-to.
It is.
But
But it
like,
looks good, though.
but you
girl.
ain't gonna see a nip slip. That ain't gonna happen. She was a sneeze away from a Janet Jackson moment. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. We want to be mindful of how we are doing those little different things. Okay, so look, pause. I know you're enjoying this episode. I'll be super quick, okay? When you are on the go and you want to look cute, baby, we got merch now, okay? So if your hair is a little tussled, turned, the edge control ain't edge controlling, go ahead and get you a cute little It's Giving hat. Or if you're thirsty, feeling parched, and you want your drink to stay cold all day, There was nothing in this cup. But you know what? It will keep my beverages cold. So if this is for you guys, we got hoodies, we got all the things. Make sure to check out the store below and get what you love. Let me tell you, it is quality over here, baby. Let's get it. Back to the show. Someone asked this question. I'm just going to answer this question and then we can call it a day. We got 2 more shows to do today. Cool? Okay, so someone said, how do you deal with women that are used to being surrounded by immaturity so much that to them being stoic is considered weak and not sleeping around is considered not having game? Ooh, I would not deal with those women, Jay. I would absolutely let those women go be great in their own world and deal with those immature people and the wrath that comes with it, the emotional dysregulation, the misalignment, the upset, the disappointment, because ultimately, like, if a woman doesn't value you for being a man that honors himself, if a woman doesn't honor you for being stoic and being brave and desiring to be masculine and all those things, that's not the woman that you want anyway. She might be cute, but she's probably a problem.
What does it mean to be stoic?
Stoic is like statuesque, like quiet, strong, present type. Yeah. That's my answer.
Like Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa gives stoic. I'm sorry, I had a moment. Continue.
Like The Rock gives stoic.
What?
Yeah. Like if you just look at him, he's stoic looking.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, are we complete?
Yeah, I feel great.
Oh my gosh, and our food is here.
Yay! We're about to
praise
eat, guys.
be. So Anissa, thank you so much. Shop by Anissa. Check her out, y'all. Give it up. What's up? How you feel?
I feel great, Cyril.
Amazing. We got Who is Kenny V on the switchboard. What's up? How you feel?
Amazing. Got another great episode in it.
Yes. And if, guys, first of all, if you've made it this far, please make sure to hit that button below, get subscribed, hit that little bell so you get a notification with each new piece of content. And if no one has told you today, you are freaking phenomenal. Bomb.com. Nothing can stop you but you got to do something about it. Let's get it, y'all. Bye. Bye.
Bye.